The macro works fine, but there are a few problems with this macro. For example, this particular code refers to an exact file name, November 2000 txt, and I want that to be variable. I want the user to be able to open any text file, no matter what it's called, and the code to run. It also makes specific reference to the name of the sheet in a couple of locations, and the name of the sheet will vary also. So we need to make this code a little bit more generic and not so specific to the name of the file and the name of the sheet. And also there's a few redundant statements that can go as well. What I want the user to be able to do first of all is to be able to open any file that's a text file and import it. It might be called October 2000, it might be called December 2000, any name at all. So because the name of the file is variable, we need to include a dim statement in our code. A dim statement is used to declare a variable, and dim is short for dimension. So what I'd like to do is take out some of these apostrophes, so I'm just backspacing them, and I might take that one out as well. In fact, I might take all the comments out. Immediately under the sub is where we declare any variables. And so I'm going to type dim, and then I make up a name. Now I like to start variables with the word my, because it makes it easy for me to find my variables. So I'm declaring my file as a string. All right, and this little thing pops up automatically. Basically, this is the auto quick. And so I'm just going to go enter to accept that. So I've declared my file as a string. A string is text, and the file name is a string of text. Having declared my file as a string, then I need to say that my file is equal to, and then I'm going to go application, full stop, and then again I have a list of things that suddenly pop up. And this is known as the auto list members. And so what I'd like to do here is press G, and I'm after get open file name. So I'm just going to down arrow to get open file name and press tab. Application get open file name is the statement we use whenever we want Excel to go file open. So it's an application level command, and it's just like going file open. Now when that comes up, I just want it to show just text files. So I'm going to go space, open bracket, and here I say what sort of files I want to filter. And so if I double quote text files, and then comma, asterisk full stop, txt, double quote, close bracket. So this is declaring a variable called my file, and then my file is going to be file open and just show them text files. Now when we come further down through this code and we say exactly what the file name is in this area here, really this needs to go. So I'm just going to click in front of the comma, and I'm going to backspace all this out, because I don't want a hard reference to that particular path and that particular file name. So I'm actually going to backspace it so I get right up to here. And really the file name equals my file. The rest I'm not too worried about. That's all sort of code to do with opening up the text import wizard. I do then want to arrange them and tile them. This here says select the sheet November 2000. Well, there's only one sheet in the text file that opens, so there's no need for this statement. A text file only ever has one sheet, and it will naturally be selected, so this whole line can go, delete. Now this statement here, I really don't want to refer to the sheet by its name. Instead, I actually just want to refer to the sheet with the term active sheet. So I'm going to take this out and replace it with active sheet, because there'll only be one sheet and it'll be active. So the active sheet is to be moved before sheet 1 in the import file. Then maximize it, select row 2, delete it, and go to A1. So those are the changes I want to make. So basically I've removed any references to specific sheet names and specific file names and created a variable. Now we need to actually test this and make sure it works, and I'm going to try and test it by opening up a file called October 2000. So if I was to go F8, which steps into it, F8, and I press F8 again, and F8 again, and there's the statement, my file equals application get open file name, and notice how it's just showing text files because of the statement here. So I'm going to choose October 2000 and open. So that statement's been done, and now it's about to do this one. So I go F8, so it opens up October 2000. So that's great. So this code now will let them open any text file. If I then press F8, it'll tile the import file and the October file. The active sheet is this one sheet here called October 2000, and it's going to move it before sheet 1 in the import file. So I just go F8 to that, and it's done that. It's moved October 2000 into the import file. Now I maximize it, select row 2, delete row 2, go to A1, and press F8 one more time to end the sub-procedure. So we used a macro to open up a specific file in a specific location and work with a specific sheet, November 2000, and then we got into the Visual Basic Editor and changed it so that it would work with any file. Now if you're curious about any statement as well, such as get open file name, if I click on that word and then press the function key F1, F1 will throw you into help. And when you go into help, you can explore these particular statements in a little bit more detail. And so this is where it says, this displays the standard open dialog box and gets a file name from the user without actually opening any files. So it's really handy. And here's where it tells you what the different types, text files, etc. that you can use. And it even gives you a little example here. Application get open file name. Their variable is called file to open, whereas mine is called my file. So yeah, I'm just going to hit the close. If you're curious about any statement in code that you're reading, just click on it and press F1 for more help.